Welcome back everyone. So today what we're going to be looking at is that step number 2 of losing weight in a compassionate manner. And so that is eating slowly and in presence. So by that I mean the reason I want you to do that is because it takes a certain amount of time for you to feel full once you've started eating. And so if you're eating more slowly, you're going to eat a smaller quantity of food. And the other thing is, if you're present whilst you're eating your food and you're really feeling it, smelling it, seeing it with your eyes, you're going to learn to understand your body. I want you to learn what it feels like to be hungry, what it feels like to be full, and what it feels like to to be emotionally hungry. So say there's something going on in your life that's made you really stressed and you just want to grab some chocolate to feel good. You need to, that's emotional hunger, okay? So I want you to be able to distinguish between the three to begin with. That's step number 1. It's easier said than done to stop eating when you're feeling a very large discomfort. But, put it out there for you to perhaps adopt a different method for relieving stress. I talked about stress in my previous video, so feel free to listen to it if you like. It's got some suggestions on how to relieve stress. And by eating slowly, I don't mean like really slow. I don't want you to be at a restaurant, eating like really slow. No, just normal, like, okay? Normal speed. Yum, chocolate. I'm feeling the sweetness. Oh, it feels good. The texture is very nice. Just fully present and aware of it. Okay. Alright, so I want you to be present when you eat. Alright, let's dive deep into physiology and learn about why is it that it's better to eat slowly if you're trying to eat a smaller quantity of food. Okay, so prior to eating, if you haven't eaten for a few hours, your stomach is going to be empty or have very little food in it. So let's draw the stomach. There's my stomach. There's no food inside it, and that's going to cause the release of a hormone called ghrelin. It's going to be released into the circulation. It's going to then travel to your brain, to the hypothalamus. We've talked about the hypothalamus before. And to what the result is that it makes you hungry. So you feel really, really hungry. And within the hypothalamus, there's actually 2 centers. There's a hunger and a satiety center. So they actually correspond to different neuron populations. So this is your hunger center, let's say. And we put your satiety center here. Okay, so satiety center. And basically what satiety means is that you feel full, satisfied, you're happy, okay? And this is the hunger center. Okay, so ghrelin will come and act on this bunch of neurons, and it's going to make you hungry. Very, very hungry. So what do you do when you're hungry? You go looking, hunting for food. So you open the cupboards, the fridge, look for cans, okay, and you make yourself a plate of something to eat. So you get food. The food, you're going to ingest it, and it's going to go down your esophagus into your stomach, okay, through the top. And the food is going to actually, as a result of having food inside the stomach, you're going to release less ghrelin. If you release less ghrelin, you're going to be less hungry. If you're less hungry, you're not going to be so eager to find food and eat it. Okay, the other thing that's happening, and perhaps we'll use the blue for that, is that you're absorbing glucose, and this is being detected by your pancreas. And the pancreas, what the pancreas will do as glucose increases, it will release insulin. Now, insulin has many functions within our body, but we're just going to be focusing on the state of hunger and satiety and the role that perhaps insulin plays. This is actually very simplified. There is many other hormones that are involved in this process. It is quite complex, and it's still under a lot of research. So, insulin is going to come and act on the hypothalamus to decrease your hunger, make you feel full, like satisfied, and at the same time it's also going to act on your adipocytes. Adipocytes are basically fat cells. So here's one fat cell, and as a result of insulin, it's going to increase the amount of leptin release. Leptin is then going to travel, so it's released into the circulation, and then it will travel also to the hypothalamus to decrease your appetite. Now, there's a difference between insulin is more a short-acting type of regulation, where it's helping you regulate how often you eat during the day and how much, whereas leptin is a long-term. So it does the same thing but over a long period of time. Leptin is a hormone that lets the brain know how big you are, how much fat do you have, because the amount of leptin that you release is directly proportional to the amount of fat that you have. So the brain will then decide, are you overweight or are you not overweight? If you're overweight, it will make you eat less. If you're underweight, it will make you eat more. Okay, so I guess in a nutshell, what I want you to take home is that by eating slowly, you're going to allow for this process to occur where you stop feeling hungry and you feel full, so that you stop eating. Now, if you have a plate and you still got food left over on your plate, don't eat it. Give it to the dog, put it in the fridge to have later on. And this is actually something that happens quite common in children. We tell our children, make sure you eat all the stuff on the plate. Well, don't do that, because they have an internal mechanism for letting them know when they're full. And by you forcing them to eat, you're altering with this mechanism and making them not aware of when they're hungry. They will stop listening to when they're hungry or when they're full or when it's an emotion that's driving them to eat. Okay, so having said that, I hope that this is helpful for you, and I will see you next week for step 3 on how to lose weight in a compassionate and loving manner. See ya!